One of the things that people get really freaked out about at the holidays is gravy. But gravy is actually super easy. So we are going to show you our 3-minute gravy that you can use for any kind of roast meat, any kind of roast bird, and you don't really need anything but broth, wine, and whatever herbs and aromatics you have around. So we've got some drippings in the pan and we're going to show you how to do it. So you take your pan filled with drippings, you want to put it back on the stove, and then the first thing you want to do is add some wine.
And we've got a burgundy here, but you can pretty much use anything you have lying around. And we're not gonna measure anything, we're just gonna splash it in.
Yep.
And as soon as the pan comes up to temperature, that's gonna start bubbling away.
You wanna stir?
Sure.
And you can use red wine, you can use white wine, you could use champagne. If you don't have wine, but you have, bourbon or cognac, you could use a little bit of that. I mean, it's really kind of, you want some acidity, you want some, a little bit of alcohol to sort of cook down with the bits, and it helps lift them off. We recommend stirring with a wooden spoon rather than scraping it with a metal spoon. It'll lift it off.
Here we go, starting to bubble. It's working its magic.
We didn't pour off any fat, but if you have an excess amount of fat, of course, you should pour off all but about 2 tablespoons, right?
Yeah. Depending on the amount of gravy that you're making. If you've got a giant turkey, it might be a little bit more.
Yeah. Ooh, that's looking good.
The nice thing about this too is that it cleans your roasting pan while it's making gravy.
Excellent point.
Oh, that's starting to smell really nice.
Yeah.
So should we maybe add some?
Yeah, so you want to add some broth. If you don't have broth, just use water. You're really just diluting the drippings and then cooking them down again until they're as concentrated as you want them.
Okay, so we have some smashed garlic cloves rather. They still have the skins on. We're gonna take them out at the end anyway. And some whole thyme sprigs. And you can use any aromatics you have lying around, except that they should probably match the flavors that are already in the bird or the roast or whatever it is that you're making gravy for. Just kind of makes sense to use the same herbs and flavorings that you already have going. And this is just going to infuse the gravy with a little more flavor. So you can hear that the bubbles are starting to change in terms of sound, and they actually are also changing in terms of texture. They're sort of snapping at this point, and that's when you know you're getting close to the right texture. It's definitely thickening up. I think we're almost there.
As you can see, it's looking great. It's a nice dark brown. We would stop right here. You can whisk in butter if you want a little extra richness, or if you want to, you can also add some cream. This is the point at which you season with salt. It may actually be seasoned enough, so don't add salt first, taste it first. Otherwise, that's your 3-minute gravy.
Yeah, and you can just spoon it, spoon around the thyme and the garlic and the other aromatics if you want to, so you don't serve them, but sometimes we actually just plop some of that right on and adds a little more flavor. There you go.